Date December 5, 2012 may not stand out in the long career timeline of Sachin Tendulkar, but it certainly was the toughest. Battling inner demons, critics, etc., Tendulkar scored a fighting 76 in the first innings of the third test against England. As discussed in a previous episode, Tendulkar may not have scored 100, but it was as good as a ton. Considering all the questions of confidence, etc., it was an important knock and certainly came in the hour of need. H. Natarajan, the executive editor of Cricket Country, examined Tendulkar's knock in his latest article titled Sachin Tendulkar at Eden, Paradise Regained. You can read it in the article section of cricketcountry.com. Mr. Natarajan wrote, and I quote, "Wednesday's searing examination was not so much about skills as it was about his guts and grit. The heaviness of his heart and mind showed in his footwork. The feet did not move like it once did at his palm. He was caught in ugly positions in his bid for survival, not just at the wicket but in international cricket. He was edgy as were his strokes, his confidence was low and his run of poor scores long. In some ways, this was the mother of all examinations he faced on the cricket field in his unparalleled career. He had not scored a 15-10 previous innings in which his highest was 27, and the manner in which he played the initial part of his innings, he did look like getting to the half-century mark. But then, champions are made of a different metal. He overcame that uncertain phase and showed an unmistakable growth confidence." Unquote. While there is no denying Tendulkar's champion qualities, his latest poor run was certainly prolonged. In the aftermath of retirements of his illustrious compatriots Rahul Dravid and VVS Lakshman, and Ricky Ponting's recent retirement was also made out as an example. Now, Arunabha Sengupta, Cricket Country's chief writer, has an interesting perspective on the matter. With Tendulkar's repeated failure, he wasn't given the due respect by some of the Indian fans. In contrast, despite Ponting's struggle, the Australian public continued to respect him and gave him a fine send-off. Here are some of the interesting facts Mr. Sengupta points out in his article. Now, in Ponting's last 50 tests, he averaged a mere 38.34. Thus, due to this run, his career average slipped from 59 to 51. On the other hand, Tendulkar has averaged 53 in his last 50 test matches. Even when you compare their recent series averages, one would find that Tendulkar has done way better than Ponting. Now, all those numbers do not deny Tendulkar's recent struggle, but it does tell us that the Indian fans need to give him more respect. They can certainly take a cue from their Australian counterparts. Yes, Tendulkar isn't at his best, but some of the unfair criticisms by certain fans aren't justified.